opening statement.
We knew it was going to be a great game. I want to thank our fans for showing up, our student bodies for their consistency throughout the year, being able to be there with us, especially on this senior night, recognizing not only our players but our managers. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought game. We knew the opportunities. We knew the game would get back to us. We knew they would come out just as strong as they were if they were 100% with or without Darius Acuff. But ultimately, having opportunities for players to step up. One of the most talented teams in the country, obviously most talented team, I believe, in our conference. There were things that we did well. I'm proud of our guys. We wasn't able to make that last layup in regulation that I thought was going in, and then even the putback. But in overtime, I just thought our guys not only put us in a good position throughout the game, but the ball just didn't bounce our way. Whether it was the free throw blockouts, we had the rebound and edge throughout the game. I thought we neutralized Trevon Brazile, especially his offensive second chance points early on, going into halftime with that score or that second chance activity being about 11 points to 11 points. But, you know, they had multiple opportunities at the end. We just didn't close it.
Questions?
Mark, can you just speak to the emotions of senior day, kind of what that was like walking off the court last time, and obviously everything that came with it?
Yeah, obviously it was emotional for me. I mean, I said it, like, I came here at the time, it was kind of like up in the air for me. And just the belief the coaches had in me, my teammates, the trust they put in me, just, it means the world. And Mizzou was everything I could have asked for, and more. So I'm just forever grateful that I could find such a great place. You know, I came from a great place, and just to find somewhere that's genuine with the people in the community, somewhere I can really feel comfortable. Just a great program, and it's just a blessing.
Mark, today was, I believe, a new high for you in terms of scoring in a Mizzou uniform. What was working for you out there?
I was just aggressive. I remember the first time we played them. I had a pretty good game. I know their coverages, they're more one-on-one, less help and things like that, and I just feel like I had an advantage all game and just try to take advantage of that.
Mark, did you expect to be so emotional in the post-game ceremony?
Yeah, I'm low-key a crier. When things mean something to me, it's, I really take things in. When people care for you, when communities care for you, that means a lot to me. So I'm really passionate about my former high school I went to. I still love Duke. When I left, I cried the day I left there. I'm sure I'll cry today. Like, when something means something to me, I just get emotional. So.
Trent, from your perspective, what does this senior class and Mark kind of mean to you guys and this team? What was your emotions out there on senior day?
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of them. Proud of Mark, proud of other seniors. Mark and Cruz, they both came here after a season that didn't go our way, right? And they trusted in Gates, they trusted the coaching staff, and they helped turn it around for us. And so just being able to have guys like that come into this program and believe in Mizzou, man, it means the world. So I'm really proud of all the seniors.
Coach, what do you feel like you're going to remember about this senior group?
I'm going to remember their impact on not the institution, not the game, their impact on each other. One of the single most reasons this kid on my left has grown up is because of his bestie right here. And when you guys look beyond the surface, these dudes, he was probably crying when he saw him crying, to be honest with you, and he probably held it in, but that's how close and impactful relationships are. These dudes will be in each other's wedding, and I see the impact that from a confidence standpoint, if Mark is open and Trent is shooting, he's like, look, you got to keep shooting. So behind my coaching is obviously the player relationships and the growth and the development. He didn't want to miss this season because of this guy right here. And that's what you have to look at. And he didn't want him to leave a failure. And when you have those stories behind the scenes developing right before your eyes, you can see the reasons of the question, why? Why is Trent fighting through his injury? Why is Mark so emotional? It's because of their relationships. The jersey is the jersey, the stats are the stats, but their relationship with each other is going to be lifelong.
Mark and Trent, the coach mentioned the last play of regulation. I know the game clock and the shot clock were really close to each other. Watching live, like, did that cause any
hesitation or anything when the shot clock went off, or was that no factor?
I know for me on that putback, the shot clock went off, and I thought it was the regulation, so I kind of just threw it up there, not realizing that there was so much time left, or I think it was like a second and a half, 2 seconds left. So I could have came down with it, went straight up, and I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I was kind of out the play, so I can't even really speak on it, to be honest.
The other part of the game that, you know, it's not down to one single situation. We turned the ball over too much early on, and I thought we started taking care of it. And then the last 2 turnovers that we had, I mean, it's just a matter of getting the ball and securing the ball. I think T.O. had one. I forget who had the other, but it was just those situations where we wasn't able to execute and come out with a positive assist to turnover ratio, especially in a game that was so nip-tuck. Referees did a good job. They allowed us to play. You know, they're in a tough situation. Being able to come back with the momentum in the second half, take the lead for 9 minutes, I thought that caused some disruption. Defensively, we stepped up, allowed them to miss some shots, but, you know, like good teams and good players on both sides, guys made shots and made plays.
Coach, speaking of another senior in Sean, new season high in minutes, blocks, when his presence is that visible in the middle for you guys, what does that mean entering the SEC tournament?
He didn't get in a flagrant today, right? Okay, good. So that's number one, being able to focus on the little things. I thought he played a good basketball game. I thought his interior presence allowed us to, you know, do some things. I thought he had a great clean block that I thought, I don't know if it was T.O. that fouled, but a 2-hand block, a really good play, and then the altered shots, but he came away with 4 blocks on the game. And that's an impact. You look at his points, you look at his rebounds. He did a great job, and we'll need him down the stretch.
Dennis, I don't know if comfort's the right word, but what is your sense of comfort about an NCAA tournament berth at this point, and how are you going to look at what the week to come as you keep trying to enhance it?
Well, I look at it from this perspective, and that's a great question. Nobody that, I guess, prints or tweets or put anything out is in the selection room. So first of all, Selection Sunday is left for Selection Sunday. So I can't compare it to what's out there right now, but I can tell you this. As it relates to our team hadn't started growing and developing until after the new year. And when you look at our stats and everybody's going to talk about, oh, look at their schedule, look at this, look at that. No, our schedule is right where it needs to be. Our wins, being able to get double-digit wins in this conference is a unbelievable accomplishment, and I'm proud of that. Being able to do it back-to-back years. I don't know the last time, Jason.
2012, 2013.
2012, 2013 was the last time that happened here. So having that accomplishment is great. Being able to look at our matrix, our wins above bubble, which is elite, our efficiency with our starters. Most people, when you look at it, injuries toward the end of the season will impact somebody's seeding. Some people lost some key players. So we gained our key players, and we've played an outstanding style of basketball, and that's what our measurement should be on. When we got 100%, what did our team look like, and what did we accomplish? We had some tough games, lost a couple, down probably 2 or 3 possessions. This game tonight in overtime, and then against Georgia, lost against a tough Texas team. We have some great wins. I'll just leave it up to selection committee. But we have a really good case in this conference.
Trent and Mark, if somebody asked you to make the case for your team next Sunday,
You know what they're gonna say. You know what they're gonna say. What Coach Gay said. Come on, man. You know me by now. You know these. Come on, man. Y'all answer the question how y'all want to answer it, okay?
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to get anything different now, though.
I mean, obviously, I think
Mark will give you something.
I think we're pretty deserving. We're gonna, in the SEC it's a grueling schedule, ups and downs and things like that. But I think even just the way we bounce back after break has shown something. The close games we've had, obviously we slipped a couple early in the conference play, but I think we're obviously a tournament team. If you look at us, look at how we play, the teams we played, some of the big wins we've had. I think it's pretty obvious. Obviously, I don't make any decisions or anything like that, but if you're a basketball watcher, I think we're definitely deserving.
Coach, over the middle 10 minutes of the game, y'all went from down double digits to taking the lead. What allowed the team to battle back and take that lead early on in the second half?
We got stops. We stopped that team from being in fast break. We took care of the basketball. We was able to rebound. And I thought we were organized from a standpoint of offensively being able to execute. Being able to put the ball in Mark's hands and allow him to play make. I thought he did a great job from a distribution standpoint, being able to come away with what he came away with, 4 assists, 32 points, 4 rebounds. I mean, that's an unbelievable stat line for anybody. But a guy that's always garnering double teams and traffic the way that he does. I thought he got, probably got away with some non-foul calls there that I thought he could have executed more, and then he missed some layups too. So I thought we should have had a bigger lead and being able to sustain it, but we wasn't able to sustain it because of what they did around that three-point line. Malik Thomas hit some big-time threes back-to-back that sort of got them back in the game and took the lead.
This question is for all three of you guys. What's the most important life lesson you've learned this season?
You know what? What's your name?
Colin?
Colin? What year in school are you?
I'm a senior at Mizzou.
That's a hell of a question. That's a hell of a question. I'm proud of you for that question. This is also your senior day, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That's a great question. You guys want to answer that? Lessons from this season?
I think just keep fighting through adversity. I remember, obviously the Illinois game was not the brightest day. We sit in the hotel room, a couple of us where are we going from here? You know what I'm saying? That was like a dark day. And the way we bounced back, the resilience we've had, the fight we've had, the fight we've shown, I think it just shows to keep going and staying together. We didn't listen to the outside noise. We wasn't on Twitter and you know what I'm saying? We bounced back right the next game, Florida, Kentucky. And we didn't really care what the naysayers were saying. We just stayed together and looked at each other and the guys in the locker room. And I think that's just something I've really taken from the season. I'm proud of our team for just keep fighting after it really could have got shaky after that for a lot of other people.
Yeah, so for me, over the past couple of years, I've grown a lot in my faith. And before I came back, I was really contemplating a lot of things and just being able to trust in the Lord and really just know that He has a plan for me. That was the biggest thing for me coming to this season. And so, every time I had a rough game, I was able to bounce back because I put my trust in Him. And so it was just little things like that that really helped me in my decision to come back. And I mean, I'm grateful to be able to come back and just have the impact that I had.
The lessons I've learned plenty, but the one that stands out the most is being able to protect the mental and the psychological growth of your team. Sometimes these guys give their very best and others on the outside don't think that they do. However, the game, based off of what's going on around it, whether it's upset fans or supportive fans and vice versa, you have to put these kids in a position where they're in a psychological safe environment because they're still kids. This is still college. They are not in the real world. So there's not one time where I've taken a loss and I put it on their shoulders and made them feel bad about it. I took the responsibility. I stood on, and I text them in the middle of the night every single opportunity I can when things go wrong, and tell them that I'll stand on what, fellas? I'll stand on the train tracks for them any day of the week. Any day of the week. They know my answers. They know what I'm going to say. And I want them to play with their instincts. I want them to play with risk. And I will stand right there at the forefront. And if any young person is listening, you have to allow yourself growth psychological growth, but also you pray and ask for this level. This level comes with transparency and exposure that will eat you up if you can't get past your mistakes and shortcomings. That is the most important lesson that I've taught my guys, that I continue to push, because without that, we don't respond how we responded. I don't care how you look at it. Everybody's excited now. Nobody was excited after Christmas on the outside looking in, but we were excited from the inside looking out. I was excited from the inside looking out. That is the reason why I post every single opportunity the video from the Illinois game to my social media, because that's where your fuel is. That's where your growth is. Your growth is in adversity, and you have to continue to stay connected as a team. And the two things that can disconnect the team is what?
Frustration and irritability.
Yeah, frustration and irritability. That's it. So we maintained our frustrations, we maintained our irritability, and we got through it, and we did not lose connection with each other, and that's the most important lesson.
Final question.
Mark and Trent, Malik Thomas with 28 points tonight took on a bigger offensive role for Arkansas with Darius Jacob Jr. out. What made him so difficult to face today?
He's really good. I mean, he's kind of been doing the same thing with Acuff playing. Obviously with Acuff out, he had some tough ones, man. Like, he's a really good player. Like, we weren't surprised by it. I mean, he's been doing it all year. He's done it on a couple different occasions, so he's just a really good player.
Yeah, I mean, to that, I think with Acuff being out, he just had more opportunities to show his ability, and he did that.
One more question.
One more in the back.
Dennis, I apologize if this is deflecting the attention a little, but what can you learn coaching both against and in the same conference as a coach in John Calipari, who's just one of 5 with 900 career wins at the Division I men's level?
What can I learn?
Yeah, or what can or what have you learned, if that's even applicable?
Well, I'll say this. My biggest mentors is Leonard Hamilton, George Raveling, guys that taught me certain things. I don't know what coach teaches his assistants or his staff members, but you know, being able to be a coach that wins a national championship, that's one of my goals. Being able to be a Hall of Fame coach is a great accomplishment. That's one of my goals. Obviously, compared to him, I'm in the infant stages of my career. Ultimately, I don't know where he was after year 6 or 7 in his coaching, but I know where I am to be able to lead. If you said at my press conference that I'll go to 3 out of 4 NCAA tournaments, that's a heck of an accomplishment. So we're striving to put our team in that position this year, and I can't control the uncontrollables. I only control what I can control. There's a lot of great coaches that's not in the Hall of Fame. Norm Stewart is one of them, and that is a coach that I have several conversations with, and I'll continue to do so. He gives me some great advice, but ultimately, players make plays. There hadn't been a coach make a jump shot, free throw, or a three-pointer. Players make plays, and our guys will continue to play as hard for me as any player plays for their coach. And I love these dudes. I love what they stand on. I love what their parents, their family, their friends are about. And our village is our village, man, and that's the only thing I can control. Again, I thank you guys. Thank every last one of you here. What a wonderful season here at Mizzou Arena. Now we got to take the show on the road, and on the road we go, whether it be SEC tournament or whatever the committee decides after that. I appreciate your narration of the season, and obviously the truth that you consistently print about our guys. I appreciate that, and I mean it. MIZ.